5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Diary of a Kidney Warrior. Sharing faith, knowledge, hope, and love.
Hi, and welcome to Diary of a Kidney Warrior podcast. My name is Dee Moore, and I am a stage 4 kidney warrior. This podcast is dedicated to encourage, educate, and inspire as we explore all aspects of kidney disease, chronic illnesses, and health. If you have any questions or ideas for future topics you would like me to cover, please do get in touch with me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter using the handle Diary of a Kidney Warrior. In today's episode, I am bringing you a kidney warrior story. Now, there's always something you can learn from someone's story, something that can bring inspiration and hope. My guest today is international musician Mark Willis. Mark grew up in church and was always interested in music. When Mark was 11 years old, he started playing the bass guitar, and within 3 months he was playing for choirs, groups, and soloists. Mark's career developed and he became a professional musician, travelling the world and playing with top bands including All Saints, Craig David, Mark Morrison, and Alexander O'Neill. Hi Mark, welcome to Diary of a Kidney Warrior, the podcast. I'm going to dive straight in with my first question, and my first question is, how did your kidney warrior journey begin and how were you first diagnosed?
Towards the end of 2008, I found myself beginning to blow up, getting really put on a lot of weight, and I went to my doctor, and he took some tests, and he says that your kidneys are failing. So that was towards the end of 2008. And at the beginning of 2009, called me in for a checkup. I was called in for a checkup, and they took some more tests. Found out that my kidneys were shot, basically less than 10%, basically, and that I had to go straight on dialysis.
Wow!
It all happened in the same day. I went there for a checkup. Ended up going into the hospital, and they had to put a line. Had an operation to put a line in my neck for them to do the dialysis through the 2 tubes. One tube goes into the machine, takes the blood out my body, comes out of my body, goes through the other tube and goes back into my body. So basically cleans my blood. And then the machine drains off your fluid as well. I had an excess amount of fluid on me. In the end, it took a few months, but I ended up taking off 40 kilos of water that I've retained in my body for a few months. That was a lot of weight. I turned into half the man I was.
40 kilos of excess fluid.
Excess fluid, 40 kilos, yeah.
That is incredible. So you literally went from one day, not feeling so well to literally one day being put straight onto dialysis.
Yeah.
So how did you process that? I mean, how did you feel?
I'll be honest with you, it was the day it all happened, it was like a blur. I was like, what is happening? And then it suddenly hit me the next day when I had to go in, because it took over 3 days. They had to keep pumping this fluid off me because they couldn't do it all at once. They had to do it bit by bit because they said if they just take it all off at once, I'd have been very ill. So they had to do it stage by stage. And but it was the next day when I went in, I was thinking, my God, man, my life was changed. Just drastic. It's like everything had just shifted. I had to depend on this machine basically they told me you have to have dialysis or you'll die, basically.
And
That's what I was told.
And was that scary? How did that make you feel
It
to hear
was.
that news?
I was thinking, I don't think I want to be doing this, coming here like 3 times a week, right? And I'm a busy man, I got things to do. But then it suddenly hit me that things ain't going to be what it used to be, you know. So it's like a drastic change to my life. And yeah, it was tough. It was tough to deal with at first, you know. And, but I'm still here to tell the tale, I guess. Yeah.
So, having that dramatic shock of going on to dialysis and having to deal with all the emotional, I would say, trauma of having to suddenly go on to dialysis,
Yeah.
was there an upside to that? Did you actually start to feel better physically?
Yes, because once they drained off all the fluid, my blood pressure, which had caused a problem in the first place, well, the medication as well, like I mentioned to you before, the medication is supposed to solve the problem, to lower your blood pressure, but it also causes a problem, and it also says that on the medication that these tablets can also cause damage to kidneys. So it's solving one problem, but then it creates another one.
So it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So you have high blood pressure, you take the tablets to lower the blood pressure, but the tablets you're taking for your blood pressure cause kidney problems. And because you have kidney problems, that causes blood pressure. So it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. Henceforth, I ended up on dialysis.
So what's it like now being on dialysis?
Well, I've been on it 11 years now. It's a long time, yeah. I've become accustomed, used to, you know, it being a part of my life, because I've seen people not turn up for dialysis and they end up, they're dead. A couple of days later, they're gone, dead. So you've got to clean, you have to clean your blood. It has to be cleaned, you know, because your kidneys are not working to do that job. I mean, the dialysis machine, it doesn't do the job what your kidneys could do. It doesn't, but it does enough to keep you going. You know what I mean? It cleans enough of your blood to just keep you going.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What is the one thing you wish you had known when you were first diagnosed?
Well, what I know now, I would never have ended up in that position, to be honest, in the first place, because I know my diet was, I had a poor diet, to be honest. Being a musician on the road, you just eat what you can get, do you know what I mean? And so it's like poor diet. I would have taken more care with my diet, and I would have took certain like supplements to, you know, to keep you healthy. You know, I would have done that also. You know, and there's ways to deal with sickness, like blood pressure and all that. There's alternative medicines. You know, you don't have to take prescription drugs to keep you going. There's other means that people have used now, you know, to alleviate those problems. I wish I'd known that 20 years ago. Well, 11 years ago when I first was diagnosed, do you know what I mean? I would have ended up in that problem. I would have never had high blood pressure either. But you live and learn as you grow older. You gain more experience and you have more understanding about things. But, you know, it's one of those things. But I live to tell the tale, so I could tell others what they can do so they don't end up down the road that I ended up. So,
that's what it's all about, raising awareness and about prevention, because as the saying goes, prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
What is your hardest challenge and what did you learn from it?
I think one of my hardest challenges, I think, was I think some mornings getting up and saying it's another day. Oh, dialysis again. Sometimes it got really hard and difficult, you know, and I had to motivate myself to stay positive. I think there's still life in your body. You're still breathing, you know. You're still able to walk. You're still able to talk. You can see. You can talk to people. And I had to encourage myself in that way because many people are not still can drive my car. I can still get about. You know what I mean? And I had to encourage myself and say, be grateful that you have got that. You still got those things, you know. Because all that could have been taken away from me. But I still got that to this day. I'm still walking and talking, which, you know, might not have happened, you know.
So it's being grateful for the life that you do have and what you are able to do.
Yeah.
Has having kidney disease affected how you see yourself?
There was a time I was a bit down. You go through them times of discouragement, you know. When you look back, you think what things could have been if, you know, what if this never happened? You maybe have done this. You could have done this, and you could have gone here, and you could have gone there. You could achieve this, and you could achieve that. You know, I had high hopes, you know, of a lot of things I wanted to achieve. I mean, I've achieved some, but there was other stuff that I wanted to do, but because of this situation I'm in right now, I'm unable to do that. But I still encourage myself, keep positive. That's my mindset. You have to stay positive. Otherwise, you'll just flake and die and just give up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone who's just been diagnosed with kidney disease?
Yeah, it's a knock. It's a tough one, but I would say keep yourself around positive people who will encourage you. Read positive stuff. Listen to positive stuff. You know, watch comedy shows. Have a laugh. You know, try and keep a smile on your face in spite of, you know. Try and keep a happy, you know, frame about yourself. I mean, it does get tough at times because it is a tough road to fight. That's the best thing I can suggest, really.
Oh, that's really good advice.
Mm.
What are the best resources that have helped you along the way?
Yeah, like I just watched. There's so much nowadays. Like, there's so much good stuff on YouTube. Videos of you can frame of mind. You talk positives. I listen to people like Miles Monroe's a good positive. He speaks positive stuff. Dr. Miles Monroe. He's a church man, but it's not just church he deals with. He deals with everything regarding life. Yeah, there's others, so many on YouTube. And just try and keep yourself happy. You know, keep yourself in a positive and happy frame of mind. You know.
It's all about the mindset, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's so much against you to keep you down and like dreary, but try and stay in that happy and positive mode.
What are common myths about kidney disease that you want to debunk?
Well, the main one, people they all say it's a death sentence, that you just wait, like your number's coming any minute now, But I've been on dialysis 11 years now, and there's people who at dialysis, they've been on dialysis like 30 years, and they're still going. Mm-hmm. Some of them are fitter than me. They walk in dialysis with a spring in their step, and they walk out with a spring in their step. I'm like, God, how they do it? I think they do exactly what I say. They keep a positive mind on things. Every time we come to this dialysis unit, keeps me going, Mark. One of them always says, Mark, you could just do it again, man. It just keeps us going, man. This session, it keeps us going. Yeah, so, I think that's the main thing, really.
Positive mindset.
Yeah.
What question do you wish that I had asked you?
You know what? You've done such a great job. I can't even think anything that you haven't missed out, really. Yeah. You're good. Yeah, for your third interview, you've done a great.
Thank you for that compliment. So my final question is, where can our listeners connect with you online?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Mark Willis, Instagram, Mark.Willis 5914.
So that's Facebook, Mark Willis, and Instagram, Mark.Willis 5914.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story here on Diary of a Kidney Warrior podcast. All the very, very best for your Kidney Warrior journey. And thank you again so much.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. You take care. Thank you for listening to Diary of a Kidney Warrior podcast. And don't forget that you can contact me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter using the handle Diary of a Kidney Warrior. Please do subscribe to the podcast, and please do tell a friend. New episodes of this podcast will now be released every Monday. Until next time, take care and choose to live.
Diary of a Kidney Warrior, sharing faith, knowledge, hope, and love.